Imagine being responsible to food, nourishment, and prosperity related to agricultural trade. But still, you don't get the kind of respect that you deserve, even though agriculture has been prominent throughout history. Hello everyone, welcome to the 5th episode of Egyptian Mythology Month here on Mythlok. This is your host Nitin Nair, and I would love to thank each and every one of you who voted or requested for the new character that we are going to be talking about today. Stay tuned till the end of the video where you get to pick another character based on whom we will create another video or a podcast. As you would have understood by now, the character that got all your votes the last time around was Neper, the god of the grain. In Egyptian mythology, among the myriad of revered deities, Neper stands as a figure of significance. Revered as the god of grain, he embodies the life force propelling agriculture and nourishment. Often depicted as a youthful entity adorned with symbols emblematic of fertility and abundance, Neper's portrayal resonates deeply within the ancient Egyptian culture, accentuating the paramount importance of agriculture within the Nile Valley civilization. Despite his lesser-known status in comparison to other deities, Neper's role as a patron of grain and agriculture remains integral. His name Neper derives from the Egyptian term for grain, indicative of his profound association with this fundamental resource. Nestled within the fertile expanses of the Nile Valley, where crops thrived, Neper's presence ensured prosperity and sustenance for the Egyptian population. Though the tides of time have eroded his prominence, Neper's influence in ancient Egyptian religious beliefs endures, symbolizing the vital essence of agriculture in sustaining life. Neper's depiction in ancient Egyptian art reflects his deep connection to the land and its bounty. Often portrayed with black skin, reminiscent of the fertile soil along the Nile River, he embodies the essence of fertility and growth. His imagery frequently features him clutching sheaves of grain or wielding a scepter crafted from grain, underscoring his identity as the god of grain. Unlike the imposing stature of deities like Horus or Osiris, Neper assumes a gentler, more youthful form in his artistic renderings. Occasionally depicted as a child nestled in the arms of his mother, Renenutet, the goddess of harvest, Neper's portrayal highlights his nurturing aspect within the pantheon. The most striking feature of Neper's representation lies in his association with grain, evident in the intricate details of his attire. Adorned with dots resembling kernels of corn, his clothing serves as a visual testament to his dominion over agriculture. Often depicted scantily clad, Neper's modest attire perhaps signifies the simplicity and dispensability of his role in sustaining life. His youthful visage exudes serenity, reflecting the cyclical nature of life and the abundance brought forth by the harvest season. Some depictions even portray him with verdant green skin, symbolizing the lush growth of crops and the vitality inherent in nature's bounty. If you've got this far in this video, it means that you have been enjoying it and the right time for you to hit that subscribe and notification button if you haven't already. If you have, a big thank you to each and every one of you for supporting our work. It is your support that gives us the motivation to keep continuing what we do. Neper's lineage with Egyptian mythology intertwines with various deities associated with the earth and fertility, underscoring his significance in sustaining life. While specifics regarding his family remain elusive, Neper is often linked with Geb, the earth god, and Osiris, the deity of vegetation and the afterlife, due to their shared domains. Considering this offspring of Geb and Nut, the god and goddesses representing earth and sky respectively, Neper's lineage underscores his pivotal role in ensuring the fecundity and productivity of the land. Moreover, Neper's association with Osiris further solidifies his connection to the agricultural cycle, with Osiris' mythic cycle of death and rebirth mirroring the seasonal rhythms of planting, growth, and harvest. Neper's familial ties reinforced his role as a patron of agriculture and nourishment. His mother, Renenutet, a revered goddess of harvest and grains, epitomized the cyclical nature of agriculture, while Neper embodied the ongoing cycle of growth. Debates persist regarding Neper's paternity, with some sources suggesting Sobek, the crocodile-headed god synonymous with the Nile River, as a potential father figure. This association underscores the Nile's crucial role as the lifeblood of Egyptian agriculture. Furthermore, Neper's counterpart Nepit, the goddess of grain, emphasizes the paramount importance of grain within Egyptian society, while the potential consortship with Tate, the goddess of weaving, highlights the interconnectedness of grain production and essential facets of life, like clothing. Neper is recognized by several alternative names and titles, each echoing his pivotal role in agricultural affairs. These appellations include Lord of the Mouth of the River, He of the Grain, and Lord of Nourishment, all of which underscore his crucial function in providing sustenance and abundance to the Egyptian population. Notably, the etymology of Neper's name itself holds profound significance, translating to Lord of the Mouth, a poignant reference to the vital role of grain in sustaining life. In ancient Egyptian belief, sustenance extended beyond mere physical nourishment, encompassing the nourishment of the Ren, an individual's true name and essence, thereby solidifying Neper's intrinsic importance within their cosmology. Additionally, Neper is recognized by alternate names such as Nepra and Nepri, further emphasizing his multifaceted identity and enduring significance within Egyptian culture. These varied epithets serve as poignant reminders of Neper's omnipresent influence in the realm of agriculture and nourishment, perpetuating his legacy as a benevolent provider and sustainer of life. Neper, revered as a god of grain in ancient Egyptian mythology, wielded significant influence over agricultural affairs and the prosperity of the land. Farmers invoked Neper's blessings for bountiful harvests, believing in his ability to nurture the growth of crops such as barley, emmer wheat, and possibly corn. His dominion extended beyond grain to encompass the overall prosperity and abundance of the land. In Egyptian belief, Neper's connection with Osiris, the god of the underworld and rebirth, suggests a symbolic association with the cycle of life and death inherent in agricultural practices. Worshipped throughout Egypt, Neper was particularly revered in the fertile regions of the Nile Delta, where rituals and offerings were performed to secure abundant harvests and sustained prosperity. While specific temples dedicated solely to Neper are scarce in archaeological records, it is likely that he featured prominently in the agricultural rites conducted at temples dedicated to other deities such as Osiris and Isis. Despite his once significant stature, Neper's influence gradually waned as time progressed. The ascendance of Osiris, revered as a potent deity governing agriculture and rebirth, likely overshadowed Neper's specific domain. Nevertheless, remnants of Neper's legacy endured, his enduring association with grain persisted, and depictions of him in certain funerary texts hinted at symbolic representation of continued sustenance in the afterlife. Although Neper may not command the same recognition today as some of his Egyptian counterparts, his enduring impact reverberates into modern times. The notion of a deity presiding over agriculture and the earth's abundance resonates across diverse cultures globally. Moreover, the principles of sustainable agriculture and reverence for the earth's resources mirror Neper's ancient role within Egyptian society. While contemporary worship of Neper has waned, echoes of his legacy persist in subtle ways. The intrinsic significance of grain in sustaining human existence serves as a perpetual reminder of agriculture's foundational importance. Additionally, Neper's symbolism concerning the cyclical rhythms of growth and harvest underscores the interconnectedness between life and the natural world, offering timeless lessons in environmental stewardship. As you can see, Nepa is one of those characters who has managed to somehow not keep up with their importance, with another deity like Osiris taking over the importance in modern times. There are quite a few deities with whom this has happened, as we saw in our last video about Amun as well, and we will be bringing you a lot more such similar characters in the days to come who have somehow not managed to stay as relevant as they were during their heyday. Now it's time for you to select the next video that we would be doing for you, and your choices this time are Raf, the celestial ferryman, Kek, the god of darkness, and Babi, the baboon god. Do let us know on whom you would like us to create an episode on, and we would love to do that as part of episode number 8. Do let us know in the comments below. You can send us an email, participate in the community posts that happen on YouTube, comment on our podcast, or even write to us directly. We would love to hear from you, and we are really looking forward to see what your selection is. Thank you very much. This is your host Nitin Nair, signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.